Oh, yeah, excited for that breaking news.
Yeah. Lummy, can you name something very significant about the two teams that are playing in the Stanley Cup Finals that
Yes.
separate them from everybody else?
Oh, I thought you were going to say about an individual that's maybe linked to them, but
No, that separates them from pretty much the vast majority of sports teams.
No, I don't think I can. Let's see, Tampa Bay, Colorado. No, what is it?
So they are one of 4 teams in the NHL whose nickname doesn't end in an S.
Oh, there you go.
So, but it's
Colorado.
the Lightning are the only one in the Eastern Conference. The West have the Wild, the Avalanche, and the Kraken now. But
That's
the Lightning
good.
are the only non-S team in the East. So this is, any Stanley Cup final that'll have no S at the end will have to involve the Lightning for the foreseeable future.
I did not know the owner of the Colorado was the owner of the Rams.
Oh yeah?
Well, yeah, he's the one who moved him out of St. Louis.
Huh.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Pat Maroon was on Pat McAfee or whatever, and he was saying because I guess he's from St. Louis, and
So Pat Maroon was on with Pat McAfee?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I guess he's the one who moved him out to LA, and I guess he owns Colorado. I mean, that's pretty good if you're own. How many owners own multiple teams and multiple, how many
In multiple sports?
Yeah.
There's probably a few. I mean, fewer now than there used to be because it's so expensive to own a team. But there's probably a few. There's no teams in the NFL whose nickname doesn't end with an S.
Well, this guy owns a shit ton of teams. He owns, well, I don't care about soccer really. Like the small leagues, the Rams, the Nuggets, the Avalanche, the Rapids, the Mammoth, the Gladiators.
Oh, the Mammoth.
The Gorillas. Do you know any of those?
I mean, I know the Rapids.
The Colorado Mammoth, which is the National Lacrosse League.
Ah.
The Los Angeles Gladiators, which is a esports team based esports. Los Angeles Gorillas esport. How can you own 2 esports teams?
What does it matter? It's fucking video games.
I know,
dude.
but still. And then he has a winery and a Wagoner Ranch. But hold on. How many? That's all. He means he owns.
What's his name?
What's it? Stan Kroenke.
Kroenke.
Yeah. I didn't. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How many own 3? Well, I guess the Colorado Rapids would be considered 4. So he has 4 professional teams.
Well, the Mammoth are a professional team.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they are. If you're going to talk about it, they are by definition a professional team.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You are correct on that.
I think they won it all once, didn't they?
Championship 2006. Holy crap! It's been around that long. The National Lacrosse League.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know they were. I thought this is like a new league that just started. They won a division title in 2003.
I can't believe they haven't made it since 2006 because the Mammoth looked like they were going to build a dynasty that year.
They have a conference title this year, 2022.
So maybe they have a chance. Are the playoffs still ongoing?
I'm on his Wikipedia page, so I don't really know.
Wow. Well,
I guess we can talk lacrosse.
we can,
Oh, yeah, I guess the league is still going on.
There you go. We're deep in the playoffs, huh? What's going on down there? Scroll down there, Lum. There you go.
Oh,
Good
there you
job,
go,
buddy.
yeah.
Oh, they.
It's 1-1 right now.
Well,
They're in the final. It's best of 3.
Oh wow.
1-1.
1-1, best of 3 series. So, Colorado versus Buffalo.
Wow, what a juggernaut. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm sure it's on.
It's on something.
Oh,
somewhere.
ESPN TV partners and TSN in Canada.
So probably can watch it on ESPN Plus. Although they may have the championship on this weekend.
That's true.
That's exciting, man. Lacrosse is cool. It's a cool sport.
I don't really know the rules. If I was forced to watch it, I could get into it.
It's
just from
land
highlights.
hockey.
Is it all the same rules kind of thing?
I mean, no, it's not the same rules at all. But they've got a shot clock and all this stuff going on. But
oh, really? So it's like basketball,
They've
hockey.
got you can be offside. Yeah, And when the puck goes away, it's the person who was the team that was closest to the ball. The team that was closest to the ball gets possession when it goes out of bounds. It's a weird sport, but it's not boring to watch.
It's fun.
Yeah, and it's not like impossible to understand like cricket. I've watched that like 5 times. I still really don't know what's going on fully. I know the innings can last for days. The games last for a week.
That's atrocious.
It's so weird. It's so foreign.
They have nothing else going on over there.
I guess not. They just want to sit around. So, anyways, back to hockey.
Well, yeah,
back to the real sport.
I want to say your prediction. So
my prediction is the Lightning win in 6. Now that Point's back, and assuming that Kadri doesn't come back. If Kadri comes back, I think it goes 7, but I think the Lightning still win. And so, Lightning in 6 if Kadri can't come back. Lightning in 7 if he does. Tonight, I like the Lightning to win 3-2. And I think that Colorado will come out amped up. The Lightning will survive that first little wave, and then the Lightning will dictate play.
I think it's going to be 2-1. I think Colorado starts off. I think they get the first goal. I think the Lightning tie it up in the second period and take it over in the third.
Oh, I don't think the Lightning are going to hold Colorado to 1 goal. I think 4-3 is more likely than 2-1. But I think it'll be a close game. I like the Lightning to win.
I like the Lightning in 6.
Yeah,
just like you.
All right.
I think even if he comes back after his injury, I still think they got it in 6. I think they split in Colorado,
which is all the Lightning have to do is split in Colorado and then hold home ice, and they win it.
Yeah, even if I think even if I can see them splitting Colorado, coming back here.
As long as they win the 2 here, go back to Colorado 3-1, lose game 5, 3-2, and then win in game 6.
I can see that definitely happening.
Yeah, I've got tickets. I'm going to game 3.
Oh, you got in the portal or whatever?
Yep. I actually got tickets to game 6 as well, but my wife's cousin was going to come down. We were going to switch we had a trip up to Boston. We were going to switch the flights home, but decided not to. So as long as game 6 happens, I'm essentially going to game 3 for free because I sold those tickets.
I was going to say, because that's what I was trying to do. Ashley went on for game 3, and I told her, I said, I'll jump on for game 6. And
yeah, that's the money game.
Yeah, that's because I said, well, let's just get them, and then worst case scenario, we sell them.
Yeah, because you could watch the cup being raised, but I would add to...
Or make a ton of money.
Well, I made almost 3 times face 20 minutes after I bought them.
And that's what that's what right now that I'm battling with that Packers game. With our tickets,
it's not worth going. It's not a special game. There's nothing, it's not like it's a.
Well, it's Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady's possibly last game playing against each other.
Yeah, so what?
I know, but
if you can make $2,000 off the pair of tickets.
No, it wouldn't be a pair. It's like I think that's what they're going for now.
Yeah, well, now's the time to sell. I mean, the closer you wait, there'll be more supply potentially.
Yeah, that's what we did last year.
But sell and pay for your season tickets with 1 game.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, you're stupid if you don't. But whatever.
Hold on. No, that's what we did last year.
Yeah.
But we listed them too late.
Oh.
See, that was the thing.
No, yeah, you got to list them super early. You want to get those early, those people that are looking to lock it in and pay a premium. That's why I sold my Game 6 tickets already. They weren't great seats, but I was able to get them out and not be a part of like the super, a third of the stadium is available right now if you go on to StubHub or whatever. And a lot of people are asking like stupid prices, but even the lower price tickets aren't going to be moving very quickly.
Well, that's what with the Bucks, that's what we were thinking, but it was also Ashley was pregnant and we didn't know, we had to wait and wanted to see how it would go. And then obviously later in October, November, we were like, well, let's sell the New York or let's sell this. And they didn't go for as much, but now that we're looking ahead, like, you're saying, if we can pay for our season tickets plus, and we just moved up to the club.
Oh, nice. You have club access?
Yeah.
Then you can definitely get $1,000 a seat for those.
Yeah. We weren't one of the people that when Tom Brady retired, we weren't one of those people that said we're not renewing.
The bandwagon?
Yeah, so then we had some nice pick of seats.
Nice. And you probably got a decent price on them,
We did, because then once again, we did that while Tom Brady was retired.
Yep.
And then when Tom Brady came back, now they're making you have 2 years if you want season tickets.
And I bet they raised the price.
And they did.
Yep.
Because they said, fuck you guys for not believing in us.
Well, I don't really blame them because if their plan was to roll out Blaine Gabbert, I wouldn't pay a dime to watch that team play. You couldn't get a penny out of me.
I don't even think if Tom Brady retired, Blaine Gabbert would be in there.
I don't know, man.
I think it was Trask.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Well, now on football real quick then, too, is Jimmy G. I guess they're trying to trade him. I mean, where do you think he lands? I think he's just going to be a backup.
I mean, the problem is the money. He's not making backup money. Was he got $20 million? I think 16 to 20 million, something like that.
Yeah.
He's not getting backup money. So whatever team takes him is going to actually have to pay him to. I mean, nobody's going to pay that type of money. So either San Francisco's going to have to retain salary. I don't know how that works with the NFL cap rules and all of that. If they can retain the salary, but no. Would you wouldn't pay him to back up?
Well, no, it's just like, but it's also like Baker Mayfield, though. I mean, you really see the Browns eating?
Well, I think the Browns may not have a choice but to start Baker Mayfield.
No, they've already said Brissett would start.
Well, I know what they've said, but what you say and what you do are two different things.
Well, wouldn't that be a big fuck you if Mayfield said, "I'm not coming back"?
Well, they probably would want that, but he's going to be there. He's going to want his money.
Well, I think that for the offseason stuff, they've already told him to stay away.
Yeah, he's Garoppolo's $25.5 million against the cap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking he would go to once his shoulder's good.
There is no way. I'm sorry, he's $26.95 million. There's just no way. Like they're going to have to pay a team to take him from them. Nobody's paying Jimmy Garoppolo $27 million to be their quarterback.
Couldn't they restructure it in that little BS cap?
But then you're restructuring it for a team that now has to commit to him for multiple seasons.
Well, because maybe they see him like rehab.
Well, okay, let's go through this then. Let's work this through. Since you posed the question, or brought the topic up, what clubs, what teams would be interested in acquiring Jimmy Garoppolo? Let's start with that list.
Yep.
Let's get the list of potential suitors. So you got Seattle.
Yep.
And who else?
To look at maybe being a starter or a backup.
Who else would want Jimmy Garoppolo at all? Nobody's paying $27 million for a backup quarterback, dude. Nobody. It's not happening.
Houston?
Nope. They've made it very clear that they're perfectly happy losing with Lovey and Davis and continuing to acquire good draft picks. They're making no efforts to be competitive.
Maybe the Giants?
No, they've committed to Daniel Jones.
Just for this year, though.
Yeah, but they're not going to. So that's all Jimmy G's contract runs through is this year.
Well, that's what I was saying about the restructuring.
And he's 30. Yep, nobody wants him, dude. Nobody wants him. The Niners are fucked because nobody's gonna give him money for that. Like, what would you trade for Jimmy Garoppolo if you were in the market for him? Now let's talk about, okay, he's owed $27 million this year against the cap. What are you giving up to acquire him?
I mean, a sixth round, seventh.
I will take Jimmy G and a second and a third from San Francisco.
Exactly, you're going to want
in exchange for a sixth. Yeah, it's a salary dump because if you're shopping him, that means you've committed to the kid. You know, Trey Lance.
What's the NFL rule if they cut him? They have to pay him, but if another team signs him,
another team could sign him to the minimum,
and then San Francisco still has to pay.
Yeah, they're still on the hook.
So that means
if he clears waivers and all that.
So that's probably what I would see the Browns probably doing with Baker, and that's why the teams are probably just sitting back. I know you're not a Baker fan, but I can see that being.
Well, let me see here. His dead cap is only $1.4 million. Oh, they're going to cut him.
Oh, Jimmy G?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all his dead cap is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to cut him.
They're probably just kind of like seeing if they could get anything for him. And if they can't, they probably would just cut him then.
Yeah.
Put $2 million on the books. or 1.1, whatever it was.
Yeah, his dead cap number is listed as $1.4 million.
Okay, so now he's cut. He's on the free agent market.
Yeah, so now as well as a free agent, a cut free agent, he's much more attractive.
No.
Now that opens the door for him to be
A backup.
a premier backup or a borderline starter for a team like Seattle.
What about Brandon? He said the Lions.
I think the Seattle. No, the Lions are going to ride with Goff one more year and then try to get better through the draft and pick up their next quarterback in the draft. I think. I don't see them going with a 31-year-old retread.
No, Joe. Jimmy G, you would say, is better than Drew Lock and Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He would be in like the 20th range in terms of NFL starters, 20 to 25. In terms of quality, he's pretty low down the list.
Yeah,
he's not going to go out there and light up the game and win it for you, but he can manage a game for you. He could fit well with Seattle. I mean, there's a chance. He's so conservative.
Who right now? Who's in your bottom 5 quarterbacks?
Oh man,
I mean that's.
Yeah, I mean you
put the Texans guy. I mean he didn't look horrible.
Well, I mean Trey Lance, he hasn't shown anything. He's going to be the starter. Justin Fields.
Yeah.
The kid from the Jets.
Okay.
Wilson, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Tyler Wilson.
Or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Davis Mills and Tua.
Wow.
Tua's in the bottom 10 for sure.
Not even a Steelers guy, huh?
I mean, Mitchell Trubisky's a pretty damn good quarterback.
Oh, yeah?
Mitchell Trubisky? Yeah, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
We'll see, I guess.
I like the backup from Philly. I think he's top 15.
Who's that?
Gardner Minshew.
What's their starter in your ranking?
Jalen Hurts.
No, what's the ranking is?
Oh, he's bottom. He's there's 12 guys in my bottom 5.
There's Tua and him are tied for.
Yeah, Tua and Hurts. I'm not convinced that they're not the same guy. Quite honestly, just playing.
They play pretty similar.
Cities. They both play equally shitty.
The Eagles backup in your ranking is high as in the top 15.
Gardner Minshew is a top 15 NFL quarterback. Jalen Hurts, he's light years better than Jalen Hurts. Light years. It's not even close.
I mean, if you look at the difference between the quarterbacks and your top 5, even your top 10, and then everything underneath it, it's like a huge difference.
Well, that's why the NFL is kind of boring, right? Because there's 10 teams every season that have a chance, but realistically there's like 8 that have a quarterback that's good enough to win a Super Bowl, and that's what it boils down to, is a little bit of luck, and then do you have a quarterback?
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
in any given season, there's only about 8 contenders each year that realistically have a chance. Yeah. How would you? Okay, let's do this exercise then. And we're going to end a little bit early today, just so everybody knows. We're not on Facebook anyways. I mean, YouTube anyways, so it doesn't really matter. It says that the show has been pending, but it's whatever.
What, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Wait, it's live now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just refreshed. And 18 minutes ago.
It's very frustrating, YouTube.
18 minutes ago, it looks like it wow. Sorry, everyone on YouTube, for me not reading your the chats.
Yeah, and we were completely unaware. I had logged out when I saw that it wasn't working. But
I was leaving it up just to see if it popped up, and I hit refresh and it did. Nick, the gun guy, about 17 minutes ago, 1999 super chat. Thank you. Wow, look
awesome.
at that. Now we're back on YouTube. What was your exercise? You want to go run some laps or something? Do a 40?
What? No, not that exercise. Let's rank our quarterbacks, NFL quarterbacks.
Okay.
Top 10.
Top 10?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to have to go with my number 1 will be Tom Brady. Who's yours?
I mean, if in the playoffs I want Tom Brady, but in terms of, quality of the quarterback and the quarterback play, I mean, Aaron Rodgers right now is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. He's just not a better winner. So,
well, I mean, if I'm looking for leadership,
I'm going with Brady as well until he's not in the league anymore.
At number 2, I'm going Aaron Rodgers, obviously.
Number 2, Rodgers.
Yep. Number 3, I mean, if you're looking at it from,
Well, this season's going to be very telling to separate 3 and 4 for me.
well, yeah,
It's Mahomes or Allen.
I was going to go. My number 3 was going to be Allen.
Yeah, I think this season's going to really dictate where that goes. Who is truly the number 3 heir apparent to the number 1 quarterback as soon as Rodgers is done in the league? It will either be Mahomes or Allen, and there could be some separation there. But
then even when once Brady and Rodgers are done, I mean, then it might be just 1, 2, Allen and Mahomes.
well, it could be Kenny Pickett by then.
Yeah. So I got number 4, Mahomes.
Yeah, I got 4. I'm going to go 3 Mahomes, 4 Allen for now. Number 5, I got Stafford.
So number 5, I got Burrow.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with a Super Bowl and the numbers he's put up in his career in Detroit with really shitty teams.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Burrow for me.
I got Stafford at number 6.
Yeah.
See, and then you got number 7 and number 8.
This is where it gets interesting, right? Because this
Yeah.
is where you get into the quarterbacks who probably aren't good enough to win a Super Bowl for their teams. They're right on that edge. So this is where your Prescotts, your Jacksons, those types of guys start to emerge, right?
I was going to put the San Diego quarterback, Herbert.
Yeah, I don't think he's shown enough yet, man. That's the problem.
I mean, I could flip-flop then and go with Derek Carr.
I mean, to me,
I've heard he has the same talent as Aaron Rodgers.
To me, that's if you believe Devontae, then that's the case, right?
Yeah.
I think from upside, I mean Herbert is really good. I think he's going to be an exceptional quarterback in this league. I would go with Herbert next.
Yeah, well, I got Herbert, and then I got Carr for my number 9.
Wait, we're all the way to 9 now? We're 6?
Yeah.
Wasn't that 7?
Yeah, you are right. Sorry, I'm writing on the smallest
Okay.
little thing. Sorry.
So 7 is Herbert for me. 8 would be Carr.
Yep, me too, Carr.
9 for me would be Dak Prescott.
Oh, okay. I see that.
Mm-hmm. Number 10 for me is Russell Wilson.
Really?
Number 11 is Lamar Jackson.
It's going to make a little purple upset.
He's almost a top 10 quarterback. He should be happy.
Where's your Mac Jones with his 2 completions in a game?
I'll tell you who my number 12 is.
Let me guess. Does he play for the Eagles?
Nope. Kirk Cousins.
You hate on the Vikings, man, but I'm telling you, Kirk Cousins is going to be a top 10 quarterback this year.
I just said he's number 12 for me, dude. That's not disrespect.
That's not horrible. That's not horrible, but I know that.
Where do you have him?
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Number 10.
You have to now because you just
Exactly.
said
So you changed my list up. But I have said for a couple months that I think the Vikings are going to surprise some people this year. They have a really good offense, and they have a really good defense.
So then they should be a really good team because they have a top 10 quarterback, according to you.
Yeah, and
so you think they're competing for home field in the NFC?
I believe they are. I think it's going to be between them and the Packers are going to be fighting it out. I think they probably split this year.
Okay.
And then we'll see how the cookie crumbles on the rest of them, on the rest of the games.
So I've got Matt Ryan at number 13.
Oh man,
yeah. I say he still has it, man. I think he's going to look good against with Indy this year and in that division.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Matt Ryan is that he's never really had an offensive line.
No, he's going to be good.
Now the Colts have an offensive line.
Number 14, I got Tannehill.
See, I was thinking of Tannehill. I don't know if I can put him ahead.
And number 15, I got Gardner Minshew. I said he's in my top 15. He comes in at number 15. Then 16's Kyler Murray.
I was going to put Kyler Murray ahead of, what's his name from Tennessee?
Tannehill?
Yeah.
No, I think Tannehill's better.
I think he's a little bit of a head case. Where's Jameson?
You don't think Kyler Murray's a bit of a head case? Come on.
Still young.
He's more of a head case than Tannehill.
True.
Where do you have Malik Willis?
Number 35. He's not playing this year.
Where would you slot Mitchell Trubisky?
22. And then probably 23 would be Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because you can't forget about him. But there's so many shitty quarterbacks. Like, I just started going through the teams. I'm like, man, I don't know where to put them. I mean, we're going to put Drew Lock.
That's what I'm saying. There's just this pack of quarterbacks like Carson Wentz, Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, Justin Fields,
Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence, I think we're going to see start to. I'm withholding. He gets an incomplete from me. I don't know where to put him. He had the disadvantage of being coached by the worst human being in the world. And that's not me saying that. That was the Pope who said that about Urban Meyer. And so, it's going to be interesting to see how he develops in year 2. He'll have a better running game. He'll have a few better wide receiver weapons, including Christian Kirk. So I'm excited to see what Lawrence can do. He has the tools, man. He didn't go from being an exceptional college quarterback, able to make all the passes and all the reads, to a guy who can't play.
Well, yeah, the Jags just have a shitty team, from their line to their wide receivers. They have a couple of good wide receivers, but they were injured also.
Yeah,
but it starts with the line and then also the play calling
and the coaching and the atmosphere that he had. He was in a toxic environment, man. It may take him till year 3 or 4 to actually start to perform, but he gets an extra year in my book after having to put up with that scumbag piece of shit.
Eat more coleslaw. Jalen Hurts and Brian's. He is in the bottom. He's outside of actually the list.
Jalen Hurts is in the bottom 8. He's a bottom 8 quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean,
so then we have to leave one out. Let's just leave the Seattle quarterback.
I would put Hurts somewhere around 20.
Really?
Yeah, I think out of the shit quarterbacks, he's shown to be himself to be one of the least shitty quarterbacks.
Out of now, Big E asked if Watson can play. Where do you put him?
Oh, Watson's top 5 if he can play. He moves ahead of Herbert for me. The guy's got everything. He's got the touch and he likes to be touched. So
yeah, the more women just keep coming out. With that whole thing, he wouldn't go to court for what, a couple years, a year. Like how does that usually work out?
I don't think anything's going to happen this season with it.
So next year maybe
yeah,
start
like
having
the
to deal with
depots will, yeah. So,
which can you imagine if he's going to have to be out another year going to fight in court, because he has to be there, correct? Or
yeah, well, for the
lawyers?
Depositions and stuff, but I don't think the NFL is going to kick him out for the full season.
Oh, I just meant because he's so
I think he'll miss 4 games, maybe 6, but maybe even 8. But I don't think they have enough just based on allegations to suspend him for an entire another season. Essentially, since he took himself out last year and was held out. I mean, he's already served a year's suspension, essentially.
Which I'm sure they would fight for.
Right. I mean,
I'm saying hey, look, he already sat out a year. He was already punished.
The problem is he was paid for that year, but yeah.
Well,
he sat out a year, but it really wasn't punishment.
I'm wondering if his contract, though, is if he does have to sit out a year.
No, he is fully guaranteed.
Well,
man.
So even if he did sit out a year
Cleveland built it in that he built it in that if this season his salary is only like $1.5 million, and then it's so backloaded for the rest of the contract. So if he does have to sit out this season, he only loses $1.5 million in salary.
But if he sits out year 2, he's still making that 20-something million.
If he has to sit out a second, or if he gets suspended for more than 1 year, then he's going to lose that other money. It's a real quandary for the NFL on how to handle him.
Have you reviewed his contract? Are you impressed by it?
His contract's the most impressive contract in NFL history, in sporting history, quite honestly, with a guy who's facing potential criminal and civil liability.
813, what's up? Get you here shortly now. For 813.
Yo.
What's up?
So with Deshaun Watson, his contract is fully guaranteed, but there's a way Cleveland can get out of that contract with everything that's going on with him.
Nope.
And they just can't go. No,
I don't think so because they knew about it when they entered the contract. It wasn't a surprise to them. So they gave him that deal. Unless there's a clause, a specific clause that gives them an out in that contract, they are on the hook.
I'm sure there was something in there because, I mean,
are you sure though? Because we're talking about the Browns.
Good lawyers working for them, right? The Browns got good lawyers.
No, the Browns got good nothing. The Browns have good nothing,
right.
and
God damn it, man! They just need to go kiss Baker Mayfield's ass, get rid of Deshaun.
Get rid of him to
Baker.
where? And
Yeah,
for
you can't.
what?
No one's going to take that contract on with his civil lawsuit.
They're going to avoid it. They're going to get out of that. They have to get out of that contract and just face up to Baker. We fucked up, Baker. You're our guy.
No, but he's not either, though.
Deal.
He's not either. Baker Mayfield is an all hype.
They've ever had.
He's an all hype loser, man. He's an all hype loser.
He took him to the playoffs.
Ooh,
Bernie Kosar, man.
It's the Browns, right? Come on.
No, the roster that they had around him the last two seasons.
They're just screwed all the way around, man.
They're the Browns. They're never going to do
guess.
anything. They're cursed. They're
God
cursed.
damn it.
They're cursed.
For the Browns. Hey, at least it ain't the Bucks, though. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they're not the Bucks winning the Super Bowl.
One play away from being back-to-back Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, 7-7.
There's no way Cincinnati was going to beat them in the Super Bowl.
No way.
And no way San Francisco was going to beat them in the NFC Championship.
No, the Bucks run straight through them. That momentum, if Brady leads them back, the whole team changes. If they had Godwin back, if Worth would have started that game, if we played that game.
Yeah, if Godwin's not out injured, we win. I mean, there's so many.
Worth, but I mean,
what?
Worth.
No, I'm saying, but Godwin too.
Yeah, I'm saying out of one out of two of them, I think it changes the game.
Yep. We have another caller.
Yeah, 727.
Hey, Lummy. Hey, Brian. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, man. Hey, sorry. I like your guys' show. This isn't exactly on topic, but it was something that came up on the Big Show a few weeks ago, and I had some commentary on it, and I thought it was perfect for the sports show. So it had to do, if that's all right, it had to do with the NCAA and even high school sports trying to figure out how to best handle the transgender situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an idea that I thought might be a good solution where everybody kind of wins. And my idea was this. I haven't heard it before, but thought that you'd appreciate it, Brian, specifically. But they need to change the division to have a cis woman division and then a non-cis woman division. And that way you're acknowledging that transgender is real. You're using their vocabulary, their language, but you're still protecting the cis women from having to compete against non-biological women. And so what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. The whole thing is messy and quite honestly, to me, it's stupid because this is a big deal for like 100 athletes in the entire country.
Yeah, so it'd be hard to do even for a whole division.
No, what he's saying is that it would be essentially the male division would be everybody else who's not in the cis woman division. And I mean that to me, that's a fairer way of doing it. Than allowing men to compete against women, biological men to compete against women is ridiculous. It's absurd, especially after all women did to get to where they are with their sports.
Title IX.
I mean, you talk about setting them back because there's enough transgendered athletes to ruin the opportunities for some of these girls. So it's such a
mess.
A mess. Yeah, it's a mess. But that's a good idea, caller. Good.
Thank you. That's it. That whole area at this point in time is a very sticky situation.
Yours, I heard, is very sticky too.
It is.
Your whole area.
It is. You like that?
You need a shower, man.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, because I was a little sweaty. It's hot as balls outside today.
Yeah. What were you doing out there?
Oh no, I was at my other house, at our other house, working on some stuff, and it was 105 at like 1:00. It was absolutely miserable.
Yeah, this
outside.
is like the hottest week we've had in our state's history. Like every day,
Anytime I walked away from, because I got one of those DeWalt fans. Anytime I walked away with it, it was absolutely like I was dying. It was like death. There was no breeze, nothing. I was working outside, and it was I this is like my third shirt, and I wasn't planning on doing a lot at that other house today, and so.
Are you still lactating?
I don't think so.
No, when little Wilbur cries, you don't.
No, I do not. My one question I have before we go.
Yeah.
Now that we're on YouTube too, and it would have been nice to have the whole show. I was listening to the Pat McAfee show, and they had
you really
Brian
like that
Urlacher.
show, huh?
I do. I mean, no,
it's a good show. I'm teasing you. But...
Brian Urlacher was on there. And he was naming the Hall of Fame, like guys that aren't in the Hall of Fame, and I kind of wanted to pick your brain real quick. Is who? I guess we could do football, baseball. I mean, any kind of sport. In your opinion, who is getting dogged?
Pete Rose. Pete Rose is the number one travesty being kept out of the Hall of Fame, bar none. But even number 2 is Barry Bonds.
But even okay, let's excuse, because obviously if Pete Rose gets in, then a lot of people will say, well, the guys that are doing steroids need to get in.
No, it's a totally different plane. I don't think
that's what everyone says.
Time out. I don't think. Well, everybody can say it, but everybody is also entitled to being wrong. I don't think letting Pete Rose in. Pete Rose was never accused of cheating. Pete Rose was never accused of gaining a competitive edge in baseball. So it's a totally different situation allowing him in versus allowing another player in. And it's completely fucking hypocritical of Major League Baseball, now that they have these betting partnerships, to keep Pete Rose out of the sport. It's a hypocritical position. There's never been proof that he threw a game or let up. I mean, his name was fucking Charlie Hustle. That was his nickname. The guy played 110% every game
until he was like 45.
Yeah. I mean, it's ludicrous.
He's my favorite player. I mean, that's why I would 100%. I was thinking outside of like the steroid era, like the Pete Rose, because Pete Rose obviously is just a no-brainer. But like in football or even in baseball, people that keep getting skipped over, like a Fred McGriff.
Crime Dog should be in there.
But like on football, like they named Zach Thomas. No. And so it made me start thinking.
I don't think he did enough. He was good.
Well, Urlacher said if you compare his stats to his and Ray Lewis, they're pretty much right there. And so I was going to ask you, because obviously you don't think that like a Barry Sanders could really be a superstar in today's league. These guys that were playing in the era back then.
These guys are more contemporaneous with the current state of affairs. But yeah, I mean, Urlacher's 44. He's the same age as Brady.
Well, they got drafted in the same year.
Yeah. But he stopped. His career was short. I mean, he only played for 12 seasons. I mean, that's not short.
No, I mean, he's our first ballot Hall of Famer. But I just didn't know because obviously past 5 years and then you're pretty much done being able to be elected in. I think that's what it is. Like, is there like just different people that just get? So
Zach Thomas, 20.5 sacks in his career. Brian Urlacher, 41.5 sacks. Okay, so already Urlacher double the sacks of Zach Thomas.
Yeah, but that's
Zach Thomas, 16 forced fumbles. That's pretty good. Urlacher, 11. So he's got him beat there. But Urlacher recovered 16. Thomas only recovered 8.
Yeah, well, he was also like 5 inches shorter than him. His arms are shorter.
All right. Total tackles. Urlacher, 1361 combined. And Thomas played 12 years and got 1640. He was a tackle machine. I mean, based on the number of tackles he got in a season, I think you get Thomas in there because of the volume. And he was All-Pro 1, 2, 3, 4 times All-Pro.
Yeah.
Finished Defensive Player of the Year, top 3 twice, All-Pro 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-time Pro Bowler. The problem for him is he never played on good teams. They didn't give him an opportunity to win very much.
Yeah, well, he didn't get the national spotlight. But I'm saying like guys like that, look at Simeon Rice. I mean, Simeon Rice.
I mean, he had a couple seasons there that were just insane. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but
it's a travesty that he's not.
Over because he has what?
Yeah, they're never going to consider him. But
he's right there in 100 sacks, or he's pretty close.
122.
Right? Oh, okay. Then yeah, I mean,
28 forced fumble, 8 fumble recoveries. 93 tackles for loss in his career, and that was 3 of his seasons. They didn't count tackles for loss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I wonder with him, his last, I think what hurts Simeon a little bit is his last 2 seasons in the league, he really didn't play much. And sticking around past your prime hurts you, I think, a little bit in the eyes of the Hall. The guys that get out, look at Tony Baselli getting in.
Yeah.
I think the guys that hang around and hang on a little too long, that ends up being a shot against their career body of work. So it's better to get out early when you're still, competing at a high level than it is to stick around. Because, Simeon's right. His numbers were pretty consistent all the way up to 2005. And then 2006-07, he just fell flat.
Yeah, but don't you see that? This will be my last question on this. Do you see it being a problem that the people that vote for the Hall of Fame is pretty much what the media?
Yeah.
Like, don't you see that being a problem? Because obviously, if the media
no,
doesn't
because
like
at the end of the day, it's meaningless. None of it matters. No, nobody gets nobody cures cancer by getting into the Hall of Fame.
No, but it's pride for a lot of guys.
Okay, well, it's pride. Ooh.
Yeah, no, but it also
but who gives a shit?
I mean, but a Hall of Famer, if you come in and you're like, I'm a Hall of Famer.
But the Hall of Famers get to vote.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
I thought they
said
do.
It. No, that's what he said. He goes, the only people that get to vote is the media. He goes, everyone thinks that it's the Hall of Famers. It's people in the league.
You're right. It's all writers and broadcasters.
Yeah, don't you think that's a problem?
But there are 4 members of the Hall of Fame that are, and that's Tony Dungy, Bill Polian, James Lofton, and Dan Fouts.
Yeah, well.
So you've got 4 Hall of Fame members. So you do have some representation from coaches and players.
Yeah, but that's like the minority. I mean, maybe that's why some guys get 4 votes. That should be in.
Well, maybe they should have a Hall of Famer panel that looks at the pool and they get to pick one every season to add who was overlooked.
Yeah, isn't that what they do with the senior?
Yeah,
or whatever it is.
But that's still the same people voting on it.
That's true.
So this way you take it out of the geeks like mine hands and like me.
Because you even right off if you were so busy and if I said, hey, Zach Thomas should be in there, or Simeon Rice.
Well, I would look at the numbers. I wouldn't just say no.
I think some of these old fucks.
But I think the guys that actually played against them are better judges of who's a Hall of Fame level player and who isn't.
I think so. I think that guys that are in the Hall, I think there should be a Hall of Fame vote.
Yeah.
People that are in the Hall of Fame, I think they should get a vote on it.
So Sebastian Janikowski, Hall of Famer, right?
I think he's one of the greatest kickers there has been.
Him and Morton Anderson.
Yeah, and Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson was good too.
Yeah, and I guess the only other kicker, Vinatieri, you could put him in there.
Yeah, and then the drunk from Detroit and Denver. The guy that I think he does have the longest field goal still, doesn't he? Or did that got beat?
Well, who's the current guy who's just insane?
A field goal kicker?
Yeah.
Is that the guy that I think he has the record now?
One from the Ravens, or?
Yeah, the guy that has yeah, I know you're talking. Oh, damn it. I can't think of his damn name. I know, Justin Fields.
Yeah,
right?
Justin Fields.
That's what yeah.
No, that's the quarterback.
Oh, fuck, but it is Justin, it's Justin something.
Yeah. Hold on.
Damn it.
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, even you can even look at punters, but once again, it's a non-sexy position.
Yeah, I mean his all-time field goal percentage is just insane. Justin Tucker.
Oh, and Hanson. I like I said. I mean, I think there's just a lot of guys, and I know that the Hall of Fame is supposed to be, but it should be if you are one of the best players while you're playing in the league at your position. But I feel like. Because everything is different. You can't. It's not like baseball where you go on stats. Pitchers and fielders, you have something to give up. With baseball, it's the average or the home runs, and pitching is the ERA and the strikeouts.
You know what, Lummy? I think you make a good point, and we need to wrap up.
Okay, show. Sorry. I started getting on my thing.
Yeah, we both got to get going. We got stuff to do.
Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in.
Yes, sorry about the technical difficulties.
We got to figure it out.
They will never get fixed.
Thank you,
Just
Blitz.
deal with it.
Hopefully that was Blitz, or it just was YouTube was that delayed. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 6 a.m., twitch.tv/The Bubba Army for all your Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyStore.com. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Lum Lum.
See you.
Go Bolts.
Be like Bubba now. It didn't fire up.